high fans of high quality entertainment. Now in this video, it's going to be of course a little bit scattered, just like my brain, but the main subject is somebody on Facebook, a Facebook friend, messaged me and asked me a question. I answered them, and then I thought, hey, that would be a good subject for a video, so here it is. Hey Larry, how you doing? I don't think that's really any of your business. I have a question to ask you if that's okay. No, it's not. I'm busy. You collect music stuff, right? Yes, I do. It's quite obvious. See, this is how you're rude to people. It's fun. Try it sometime. Has anyone ever made you feel like, I'll say the word, I'm going to swear, just in case there's little children around or babies. Has anyone ever made you feel like shit for loving and or listening to music? And has anyone ever said to you something like, you are grown up now, no need to be collecting this stuff? Just asking, because I honestly don't know what to do about someone in my life who says those kind of things to me. I would love to tell them off, but I don't like hurting others' feelings, no matter how much they hurt mine. Sorry, that was more than one question, but you know what I mean. And then I did respond. I'll just respond with my brain. And I just want to quickly also mention before I forget, I'm thinking of ranking all of the Doors songs like I did all of the Beatles songs in individual videos. So remember in the comments section to let me know if you like that idea or not. I might even do a poll on it. To answer the question, yes, I have been insulted for the music I like, is I guess the way I would word it. And because I like the normal, regular stuff that most classic rock fans do, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. But then, and I think it's thanks to the Beatles, all of the different genres that they did in their career, and all the variety of music from simple, fairly simple things like I Want to Hold Your Hand up to Revolution Number 9. And I love it all. So I guess a big memory from my life is I had he's still kind of a Facebook friend, but he was my childhood friend growing up. Hi Gary. And when I got into the band Sparks with this album, Kimono My House, which I've told this story before, but for my newer viewers, first time I heard it, I threw it in the garbage. I couldn't stand it. But then luckily I picked it back out of the garbage, and like a lot of albums, it grew on me, and I've been a fan of Sparks since 1974. So anyway, at that time in 74, 75, 76, 77. He was a big Beatles fan, and he liked, your typical classic rock stuff like AC/DC and whatever, Led Zeppelin. But he couldn't stand Sparks, mainly because of the high-pitched vocals. Not so much now, but back in the day, especially on this album and the follow-up Propaganda. High-pitched vocals of Russell Mael, whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday, Russell Mael. I bet he's watching this video, I just know it. But anyway, back in the day, he people were more open to say things like, oh, that's gay, or he's gay. And I've never been that way. And but back in the day, and I'm sure he's changed too, but back in the day he used to say that Sparks were gay. The singer, because he's singing in a high-pitched voice. But that being said, he didn't like the music, he hated it. He was a big Paul McCartney fan like I am. But back then, I was more of a Sparks fan than a Paul McCartney fan. And so it would, and then some of his friends would kind of mock me liking them, but they would end up liking some of their music or even buying one of their albums. And so when this album came out in 1977, and because he's saying they're gay and all that, when I saw the cover, I thought, oh no, this isn't good for for my friend, right? Because it's like a Hollywood type cover, introducing Sparks, because they'd moved to Columbia Records. And so I was dreading him seeing the cover. But this was more of a pop rock oriented album, more commercial. And he ended up buying the album. Like what you like. And if others insult you, stand up for yourself, first of all. I never used to. Not like I would now. Just because he hated this album, it hasn't changed my opinion of it now, or then or now. I love it. And it's very well known as a classic 70s album. Some people can't stand Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band, especially this album, Trout Mask Replica. They give it one listen like I did, and it's like, I can't get into this. This is pretty bad. But of course, this is the kind of album you need to listen to a few times. Not that everybody's going to end up, loving it, but some will. You got to give music that you think you hate a chance. Grand Funk Railroad, I was a huge Grand Funk Railroad, I still am. But back in the 70s, when this came out, I was not so disappointed, but it just wasn't as good, I thought, as their previous albums. And listening to it at an older age, by a couple of years, it's possibly my favorite Grand Funk album. I used to think this was just a mediocre Paul McCartney album, and it isn't. The remastered version opened up my ears and my mind to realize I think this is as good as Band on the Run. Another album, the first time I heard it, I hated it. I thought it was just a bunch of noise and really, really badly produced, and I love it. Sister Ray, oh my God. Yes, even Yes fans, they dislike, some dislike Tales from Topographic Oceans. It took me years to get into it. Not that I would listen to it all the time, but I mean, through the years I would listen to it once in a while, and finally, about maybe 3 years ago, I loved the whole album. As some of you know, I recently did a video on Does This Album Suck? Because I thought possibly it did. Metallica and Lulu. But I personally enjoyed it. I loved it. But if others hate it, I've never been the type of person, I know I do Nickelback jokes, but that doesn't mean if someone actually is a big fan of Nickelback, that's good. My friend Will likes Nickelback. I poke fun at him, but not in a mean way, in a joking way where he knows I'm joking. And they are, at the day, they're a talented band. They just don't do the kind of music I have an interest in. When I bought this in the early 70s, I was disappointed in it, except for the first 2 songs. But I bought it again, and I think it is an outstanding album. So even if someone's attacking you, with what you like or love, they might, in the long run, end up liking or loving it too. And if they don't, who cares? It's what you like. And the biggest of them all, I only have her 2 albums here. I'm trying to find my favorite. Approximately Infinite Universe. Try saying that 5 times in a row fast. Yoko Ono. And I totally do understand how or why people would hate her music. But at the same time, I don't think they really have taken the time to actually listen to it. And I think back in the day, in the the late 60s, early 70s. I think there was some kind of, there's racism too, because she's Japanese. So when she does sing, she's not going to sing like your typical singer. But I think she has, back in the day, she had a very nice voice, and she could sing. She screams. Yes, she screams on some songs. But they're on their first album, Plastic Ono Band, the song Why. I've always loved that song and John's guitar work on it, but I totally understand that like 95% of the people or more are going to hate it. But I don't care. I love the song. Sue me. I'm just joking, don't sue me. And so that's it. That's my ramble for today. So I'd love your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you been teased or mocked for liking music that your family or friends don't like? And also remember to comment below what you think of my idea of rating and ranking all of the Doors songs. I gotta slow down. I'm so excited. Yeah, of ranking each and every Doors song in separate videos like I did with the Beatles. So that's it. Have a great day. Bye. And I'm going to do a live chat next weekend. I was going to do it this weekend, but just not enough time and stuff. But next weekend is a long weekend, so I shall. Have a great day.